Let us study types of matter. Before we had studied states of matter. What are the different states of matter? Solid, liquid and gaseous. Now we are studying types of matter. Different types of matter are element, compound and mixture. Now we are studying the characteristics of element. Here different characteristics of element is shown. First we will study the examples of element. Iron, then we can say that gold, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon. So here there are different types of elements. Total at present there are 118 elements. But I given only 5 types of element. Now we people are studying their characteristics. First we will think of iron. This is the iron, this iron knife it is. Now this iron knife, when we think, it's all particles, its atoms or its molecules, everything made with the help of iron. If we think of gold, it's each and every particles made with the help of gold. Silver, if you are thinking of silver, it's all particles are made with the help of silver. Carbon, if you are thinking of carbon, it's all particles are made with the help of carbon. Oxygen, it's all particles are made with the help of oxygen. So here now what is saying, constituent substance of an element is alike. So if we are thinking of an element, it's each and every constituent. Constituent means each and every particle that is made with the help of same thing. If you are thinking of iron, it's all particles are iron. If you are thinking of gold, it's each and every particle is gold. Now, if you are thinking of oxygen, each and every particle of oxygen is oxygen only. Nitrogen, it's each and every particle of nitrogen is nitrogen only. If you are thinking of carbon, it's each and every particle is made with the carbon only. Now, second point, what is there? All atoms or molecules of element are alike. Now, same. So here now iron, its symbol is Fe, gold, its symbol is Au. First letter capital, second letter small. Now iron, its first letter capital, second letter small. Oxygen only O, that is the symbol. Now I written here only the symbols of each and every element. These are the names of the element. Now here nitrogen, its symbol is N. Carbon, its symbol is C. Now iron, it is available in its atom form or molecular form. Now how it is available? Either it is available in the atomic structure or in the molecular form. Whether it is available in the form of atom or in the form of molecule. I am writing here only molecule. So we can say that whether it is available in the form of atomic condition or atom form or in the form of molecular condition or molecular form. Now here iron, it is available in the atomic condition as well as molecular condition Fe only. Now gold in the atomic condition as well as molecular condition Au only. Now but oxygen never remains single in the atmosphere. It always available in the form of molecule. That means O2 form. Now nitrogen single form, it won't available, it will be available in the form of N2 condition. That means two nitrogen atoms join together, its molecule is forming, then in the form of N2 it is available in the nature or in the atmosphere. Carbon available in the form of single, C form. So here now 5 elements symbol I made, and whether it is available in the molecular form or in the form of atomic condition in the atmosphere or in the environment or in the nature. Iron Fe form, gold Au form, then oxygen O2 form. That means a single condition it cannot remain. Iron single form it can remain, Au atom single form it can remain, then oxygen single form it cannot remain, it will remain in the double form, O2 form, then nitrogen available in N2 form, and carbon is available in the single form, C form. Now here we can say either it's an atom or it's a molecule. Such a condition it will be available. We can say atomic condition or molecular condition of iron is Fe. Atomic condition or molecular condition of gold is Au. Atom condition oxygen is not available, it is available in the form of molecule. That means similar type of atoms, that is oxygen joined together one more oxygen, O2 is forming. So oxygen always available in the form of molecule. This is known as molecular form. This is known as single condition. If it is there, we can say that it is available in the form of atom. Here single form it is available, then we can say it is available in the form of atom. Now nitrogen, it is available in the form of molecule. That means N atom, that is one atom of nitrogen joined to other atom of nitrogen and form nitrogen molecule. Now carbon available in the single form, even it's a molecule. So we can say atomic state or atomic condition or molecular condition of carbon is C only. Atomic condition and molecular condition of iron is Fe. Atomic condition or molecular condition of gold is Au. Here oxygen atomic condition it is not available, nitrogen atomic condition is not available, they both are available in the form of molecule. Now we will study about third characteristic. All atoms in a molecule of an element are alike or joined to each other by chemical and joined to each other by chemical bonds. So first point what is there here, all atoms in a molecule of an element are alike. Now here we are thinking of only oxygen. We can say that oxygen, its symbol is O. Now this is joined with the other atom. That means the two oxygen atoms joined together, oxygen molecule became. Now here what we have studied, the element oxygen or any element that is formed by joining. Here what is said, all atoms in the molecule of an element. This is the molecule of an element, oxygen. In that, which all atoms are there? Oxygen atoms are there, two atoms. This is one atom, this is other atom. These two atoms joined together, oxygen molecule became. So we can say that the atoms which is present in a molecule of an element are alike. So here now, this is the molecule of an element O2 that is formed by joining atoms of oxygen. Both of them are alike. Alike means similar. Similar means same. Now if you are thinking of nitrogen, its symbol is N. Nitrogen symbol is N. Now its molecule is forming by joining two nitrogen atoms. As a result of it, we are getting nitrogen molecule. Now we can say that nitrogen molecule has two atoms of nitrogen. This nitrogen molecule contains two atoms of nitrogen. Both of them are alike. Alike means same. Now one more thing what is said here, such a way joining of nitrogen is not possible by physical method. This joining of nitrogen to nitrogen is happening by chemical bonds. or we can say chemical means. Chemical method we can say. By chemical means, or we can say by chemical method, or we can say by chemical bond formation. So here now oxygen joining with oxygen is not a simple process. It is not a physical process. It is a chemical process. Now here nitrogen molecule formation, nitrogen joining with other nitrogen. That is not a simple process. It is a chemical bond formation or chemical method it is. It is not a physical process. Physical process means a simple process. But a chemical process is a complex process we can say. So with the help of chemical process only, the molecular formation of element will take place. Atoms of the element will take place. Now next point, atoms or molecules of different elements are different. Now we can compare. What is said here? Atoms or molecules of different elements are different. Here now, this is oxygen, this is nitrogen. Here means different elements are there, their atoms are written. Here now you see iron, Fe, then gold Au, oxygen O, then joined together this molecule became nitrogen N, joined together N2 became then carbon C. When we compare all these atoms, we will find that all are different. So we can say that atoms or molecules of different elements are different. They are not same. Now we will study the characteristics of compound. Before studying the compound characteristics of compounds, we will study few examples of compounds. First one, water. Second one, potassium permanganate. Third one, copper sulfate. Fourth one, carbon dioxide. Fifth one, potassium dichromate. Here now few examples of compounds I written. Now their molecular formula will write. Water H2O, potassium permanganate KMnO4, copper sulfate CuSO4, carbon dioxide CO2, potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. So these are the molecular formulae of these compounds. Water, its molecular formula is H2O, potassium permanganate KMnO4, copper sulfate CuSO4, carbon dioxide CO2, potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. Now here we are going to study about the characteristics of compounds. Let us see the first characteristic. What is there? The constituent substance of a compound are alike. With one example I will explain. This is water. This is made with only water molecule. No other substance is present in it. Now if you are thinking of this plastic, it is made with only plastic molecules. If you are thinking of wood, this wood is made with only wooden particles, or we can say the molecules of wood. Now same way, if you are thinking of any other substance, so we can say that here now, any this page we can say, this pages, this is again made with the help of which one? Paper particles only. So same way, each and every substance is made with the help of, especially we can say this compound. Before you people studied about element. Element I had explained. This is element iron. Now this knife is made with the help of iron. It's a constituent. That means its all particles are iron only. That means this knife is made with the help of only iron with the iron atoms. So similarly we can say that when we think of any compound, its constituent substances are same. So with what it is made, that only I had explained here. Water is a compound. Here means a half or quarter bottle of water is there. This water is made with the only water molecule. Similarly, if you are thinking of potassium permanganate, that is made with one box of potassium permanganate we can buy, or one small what we can say, a small plastic cover we can take, or little quantity also we can take potassium permanganate. But how much we are taking, in that only potassium permanganate will be there. Carbon dioxide gas, if we compare, we can see that in that only carbon dioxide gas will be there. Copper sulfate if you are taking, in that only copper sulfate will be there. Then potassium dichromate if you are taking, in that only potassium dichromate particles will be there, or we can say molecules will be there. So we can say that first point what is there, constituent substance of a compound is only one. In that only the same substance will be there, no other substance. Water if we say, in that only water molecule will be there. Potassium permanganate we say, in that only potassium permanganate molecule will be there. Similarly here copper sulfate if we say, in that only copper sulfate molecule will be there. Carbon dioxide if we say, in that only carbon dioxide molecule will be there. Potassium dichromate if we say, in that only potassium dichromate molecule. Let us see now second point, all molecules of a compound are alike. One more thing, what is there? In suppose again I am taking water. In this water is made with water molecule only. All water molecules are alike. Alike means the same. So we can say water is made with this much water is there. This water contains only water molecules. All water molecules are alike. They are similar. If we are thinking of potassium permanganate, how much potassium permanganate we are buying? In that full of potassium permanganate will be there. All potassium permanganate molecules will be alike. Alike means similar. Now, or same we can say. Now, copper sulfate if you are taking, in that all copper sulfate molecules will be there. All are looking alike, looking same. Carbon dioxide gas if you are taking, in that full of carbon dioxide molecules will be there. All carbon dioxide molecules will be alike. Now if you are thinking of potassium dichromate, in a container or in a box, if you are taking potassium dichromate crystals, we can say that full, that container containing how much potassium dichromate molecules will be there, all will be alike. Now we will think of third point. The constituent atoms of a molecule of a compound are two or more types. We can see here. Now water is made with the help of hydrogen as well as oxygen. Potassium permanganate made with the help of potassium, manganese as well as oxygen. Then copper sulfate made with the help of copper, sulfur as well as oxygen. Carbon dioxide made with the help of carbon as well as oxygen. Potassium dichromate made with the help of potassium, chromium and oxygen. Now here we can say that water molecule is made with the help of two different atoms. One is hydrogen, one is oxygen. Potassium permanganate made with the help of potassium atom, manganese atom as well as oxygen atom. We can say that more than two atoms joined together, potassium permanganate became. We can say that more than two types of atoms joined together. We can say potassium one type of atom, manganese other type of atom, oxygen other type of atom. So we can say that potassium is the atom of a potassium element. Manganese is the atom of a manganese element. Oxygen is the atom of a manganese element. Now here, when we study about the copper sulfate is made with copper atom, sulfur atom as well as oxygen atom. We can say that more than two types of atoms joined together, copper sulfate formed. Why? Copper is one type of atom, sulfur is other type of atom, oxygen is other type of atom. So we can say that copper is the atom of copper element, sulfur is the atom of sulfur element, oxygen is the atom of oxygen element. Now here carbon dioxide, carbon is the atom of carbon element, oxygen is the atom of oxygen element. So we can say that these two atoms are different. Now here potassium dichromate is formed by joining potassium atom, chromium atom as well as oxygen atom. Now we can say that all these three atoms are not same. So we can say that a compound is formed by joining either two or more than two atoms of different elements. We can say either two or more types of atoms we can say. So here potassium is from different element, manganese from other element, oxygen from other element. So they all join together, a particular molecule is forming or particular molecule of a compound is forming. So H2O, hydrogen is there as well as oxygen is there. Both of them are different elements, atoms. They join together, a molecule of water became. So similarly, these all compounds, we can say that they all are the molecules of the compound. KMNO4 is the molecule of a compound. Copper sulfate is the molecule of a compound. Carbon dioxide is the molecule of a compound. Now here potassium dichromate is the molecule of a compound. These all molecules are formed by joining two or more atoms of different elements. Now we are studying about the fourth point. The proportion of the constituent elements in a compound is a constant. Let us see here. Water. When we study about water, there can come the question, write the formula of water. You all know water is formed by joining hydrogen and oxygen. Now, if I write HO, then your answer is wrong. If I write HO2, your answer is wrong. If you write H2O, then your answer is correct. So from this what we can understand, the quantity or the proportion of atoms present in a molecule is constant, is fixed. Otherwise, your answer will be wrong. So water molecule, anywhere you go, any part of the world you go, there water, its molecular formula will ask, you will get the answer H2O. That means one molecule of water containing two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen, that is constant, that is fixed. Now, when we think of potassium permanganate, its formula fixed is, that is KMNO4, KMNO4. Fixed, that is one atom of potassium, one atom of manganese and four atoms of oxygen compulsory, then only this potassium permanganate molecule can form. When we study about copper sulfate, in that one atom of copper, one atom of oxygen and four atoms of oxygen compulsory, then only copper sulfate molecule can form. Carbon dioxide, in that one atom of carbon, two atoms of oxygen compulsory. Potassium dichromate, in that two atoms of potassium, two atoms of chromium and seven atoms of oxygen compulsory. Then only one molecule of potassium dichromate, one molecule of carbon dioxide, one molecule of copper sulfate, one molecule of potassium permanganate, one molecule of water can form. So we can say that the atoms which are present in a molecule of a particular compound, their proportion, the quantity of the atoms present in the molecule is constant, is fixed. Now the last point we will see, the properties of the compound are different from constituent elements. Now we can take again water. Water is joined or water is formed by joining two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So this is water. Now property or characteristics of water. Water is having such a speciality, it extinguishes fire. Water extinguishes fire. Now this water is formed by joining hydrogen as well as oxygen. This hydrogen is formed by joining hydrogen as well as oxygen. We can say hydrogen having such a speciality that burns itself. Own burning ability hydrogen has. But at the same time, when we think of the characteristics of oxygen, it helps burning. Oxygen helps burning, hydrogen burns on its own. It itself burns. At the same time, this hydrogen and oxygen join together, water formed. That water is having such a speciality, it stops fire. Hydrogen burns itself, oxygen helps for burning, water stops burning. So here we can say that water is formed by joining hydrogen as well as oxygen. Their property is quite different compared to the molecule or the compound which is formed by chemically bonding hydrogen as well as oxygen. Similarly, when we think of all these atoms, their characteristics are different. But when they join together, a particular compound form, its character is entirely different. We can say that potassium, one character, chromium, other character, then oxygen, other character. But all these three things join together, a substance forming, a compound forming, that is having other character. Carbon dioxide same, carbon different character, oxygen different character, both of them join together, carbon dioxide is forming, that is having other character. Copper different character, sulfur different character, oxygen different character. They three join together, other compound forming, its character different. Potassium permanganate, potassium having different character, manganese having different character, oxygen having different character. All these three things chemically join together, a molecule of potassium permanganate is forming, potassium permanganate is having different character. Now we will study the characteristics of mixture. Before studying the characteristics of mixture, we will learn few examples of mixture. Here, air is a mixture. Air is a mixture of oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, water, vapor, water vapor, even we can say inert gases. So here we can say that air is a mixture. Air contains different types of gases are there. We can say that oxygen is there, nitrogen is there, carbon dioxide is there, water vapor is there, inert gases are there. Now the speciality of this air, it's which all substances are present in it. It has no fixed proportion. Any quantity of oxygen, nitrogen, like that things will be there. In a mixture, a definite proportion of things won't be there. Which all constituents added together, air became. That is not in fixed proportion. More or less fixed condition will be there, but it is not exactly proportional to each other. Or its proportion, its quantity is not fixed. Some here and there changes will be there. Next one, sharbat. Sharbat is made with the help of, we can say that lemon juice, water, salt, then sugar. Now sharbat contains different constituents are there. As per our requirement, we people are adding an drinking. These all constituents we people are adding as per our requirement. Salt we are putting less, sugar we are putting more, or salt a little more, sugar little less. Like that, as per our requirement we can add and make this mixture. So sharbat is a mixture of lemon juice, water, salt as well as sugar. Next one, tea. Tea is a mixture of water, sugar, tea leaves, so water will be there, sugar will be there, even tea leaves, then we can add milk. So we can say that tea is a mixture of water, sugar, tea leaves as well as milk. Now sand and salt, we can mix it together, a mixture we can make. Brass is a sand and salt mixed together, a mixture we are making. We can say that any proportion, any quantity of salt as well as sand we can mix. Now brass is a mixture of copper as well as zinc. Now bronze is a mixture of copper as well as tin. Even chivda we can say. Chivda, common example that we can be able to make with the help of flattened rice. Then we can say that peanuts. Then we can say that here the things like we can say now mustard seeds will be there little. Curry leaves. Etc. So many things people are adding for making chivda, that is as per, even we can add raisins, etc. As per our wish we can be able to add which all things you like to mix in that chivda, we can add it, then we can fry and or we can roast and have it. So we can say that here in case of all mixtures, different things, that is also as per our requirement, as per our wish, we people are adding and making it. There is no proper proportion of anything, which all things we are mixing and making such things. Air means we are not mixing and making, it is naturally forming, even though there the constituents which are there, that is not in constant proportion. Let us see the characteristics which all things are given here. The first characteristic, constituent substances of a mixture are two or more elements or two or more compounds or elements and compounds. Now we can say that here when we study about air, that is formed by joining different elements, we can say. Here oxygen, nitrogen, even inert gases are elements. So we can say two or more elements. Even we can say that here two or more elements, or we can say elements and compounds. Here we can say carbon dioxide is a compound, water vapor, that is water, so the water also a compound. So we can say that here elements and compounds joined together, air became. So we can say that in case of a mixture is formed by joining elements alone, two or more elements joined together also we can make it, or we can say elements and compounds joined together we can make, or we can say only compounds alone joined together we can make the mixture. Here only this is elements only. In case of brass only elements joined together. Two elements joined together, brass became. Bronze, two elements joined together, that is copper and tin. Two elements joined together, bronze became. Now at the same time here if you are seeing sand as well as salt joined together, mixture became. But both of them are compounds. Sand is a compound, salt is a compound. Now sand, we can write it, its chemical name is silica. We can call it as silicon dioxide also. Silicon dioxide. Now its a formula SiO2. Molecular formula of sand is SiO2. So we can say that it is a compound. Sand is a compound. The other thing, salt. Salt is also a compound. We can write its molecular formula as NaCl. So we can say that salt also a compound. Salt means a normal salt I mentioned here, that is the salt which is there at home. So we can call it as common salt. There are different types of salt. The salt which is there at home, that is known as common salt. Its formula is NaCl. So here we can say sand plus salt. These two are different types of compounds. Both of them mixed together, we made one mixture. Now here tea, here water is a compound, sugar is a compound. Tea leaf means it is available in the means getting from the plant, tea plant. Then milk is a mixture itself. Milk itself is a mixture. Now all these things joined together, we are making tea. Sharbat, lemon juice. Lemon juice means it is available from the lemon juice. All are knowing about it. It is a acid, citric acid we can say. It is a compound. Water is a compound. Salt is a compound. Sugar is a compound. All these compounds joined together, sharbat made. So we can say that two or more compounds joined together, or we can say two or more elements joined together, or we can say elements, compounds and gas and mixture joined together. Anyhow, we can be able to make the mixture. Now, here second point what is saying, atoms or molecules of a mixture are of two or more types. Here now all these things we can say atoms may be there, or we can say molecules of different things may be there. So here atoms or molecules of a mixture are of two different types. In a mixture single thing won't be there. Now air is a mixture, but in that only oxygen will be there, we cannot say it is a mixture. Only nitrogen is there, we cannot say mixture. So we can say that in a mixture there will be more than two or more types of atoms will be there, or molecules will be there, or we can say mixture will be there. Now other thing what is saying, third point, constituent molecules of a mixture are different from each other and are not joined by chemical bonds. Now here we can say oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor as well as inert gases. All these things mixed together, mixture became. All the atoms are, atoms of oxygen is not same as nitrogen. Its atoms are not same as this or this same. So that means the atoms or the molecules of different things joined together, mixture became, they all are looking different. They all are not same. Now here the proportion of constituent substances in a mixture can change. Now as I told you before, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, inert gases, their quantity may not remain fixed. They may change here and there. Quantity of water vapor may change. Quantity of carbon dioxide may change. Quantity of oxygen may change. Quantity of nitrogen may change. So we can say that the proportion of the constituents of a mixture won't remain same. It may change somewhat here and there. Now the last point, the properties of constituent substances are retained in the mixture. Now in the air, oxygen is there. Its character remains the same. Character of nitrogen remains the same. Character of carbon dioxide remains same. Water vapor remains same. Inert gases remain same. Their property won't have any change. In a mixture, there will be different substances. Atoms of different substances. Molecules of different substances will be there. Even then, their character remains the same. For example, if we are drinking sharbat, we will feel the taste of lemon juice. We will feel the taste of salt. we will feel the taste of sugar. So here we can say when we drink sharbat, in that lemon juice is there, it's a taste we will feel. Water is there, it's a feel we will get. Even we can say salt as well as sugar, their taste also we will feel. Now when we are thinking of tea, when we make tea, all these substances we are adding. Afterwards, while drinking, we will feel the taste of milk, we will feel the taste of tea leaves, we will feel the taste of milk. Then what we can say, sugar, all this taste we will feel. Even we can say that this is a tea leaf. It's a special smell is there. It is containing chemical, we can say. That special taste we will feel. Now we can say that chivda. When we are eating chivda, in that this flattened rice, it's a taste we will feel. Even we can say peanut, which is peanut is adding, or any other means the seeds we are adding, or raisins we are adding. All these things, even curry leaves we are adding, mustard seed. So while eating all these things taste, we will feel separate. Now here bronze, brass container I have, I'll show you. This is a brass container. You people might be seeing copper container. Hindu people are taking copper container, red color container. Hindu people are taking and going to their temples. You might be seeing in that they are pouring milk and going to the temples. This is the brass container. Then bronze is there. Bronze means its color is little bronze. Bronze medals you might be seeing. Then its bronze color is little darker. And we people are using it for making statues and all. Thank you.